Hey there, I'm Peter Boyer and I would like to talk about future perfect continuous. Welcome 12 out of 12. So as I said, there are 12 tenses in English and this is the 12th one. Actually, this is the shortest one, so there is a chance that this will not be the longest video ever, but I try to do my best to explain it to you. So the scheme would be subject plus will have been plus verb ing. Now the title is future perfect continuous, and we already know that the action is or will be continuous. Subject, obviously, because we start the sentence with the subject. Will have been will be the auxiliary verb, so will have been, not just will have, but will have been because the action is continuous, and verb plus ing because it's a continuous action. Now, future perfect continuous expresses a continuous action begun before a given future moment and continued up to that future moment. Right? Let me repeat it to you. Future perfect continuous expresses a continuous action begun before a given future moment and continued up to that future moment. So it's a continuous action that began before begun before a future moment. You will see that it can be another future action, or it can be a future event, and continuously continues up into that future moment. Future perfect continuous stresses the continuity of the action, also the duration of the action. So it's very important. There is a distinction between future perfect simple and future perfect continuous, because the stress, the emphasis is on the continuity of the action, right? As I said, on the street or when you talk to people, if you don't use the tenses properly, they will still basically understand you. But there is a real deep difference between using English properly in a sophisticated way, knowing all the tenses and knowing when to and how to use them, and use them automatically in a correct form, which is the result of practicing, because that is when things become automatic for you. Yes, like carbon copies. You cannot have you cannot use the English tenses properly if you only tried to use them once or twice properly. You have to try it again and again and again for 1,000 times, 2,000 times, whatever, and then it will all become automatic. So, as I said, future perfect continuous stresses the continuity of the action. As I said, it can also stress the duration of the action, because when there is continuity, then there is also duration. So this tense is always accompanied by some reference to time. That's very logical. Of course, it has some reference to time because of two reasons. One, if the continuous action will have been happening before a precise time in the future, then it's obvious that there has to be some reference to time. And another thing is, if they mention it for how long the action will have been going on before that future time, before that future event or before that future action, and if it is mentioned, as I say, then it's obvious that there has to be some reference to time. So this is simple mathematics, so to say. An example: I will have been working in this factory for 25 years by next year. By next year is that future moment. And that continuous action, which is continuity is stressed, right? Will have been working, or I will have been working, right? The continuity of the action is stressed, is emphasized. Also, here we have the duration of the action for 25 years. So the references to time is by next year, and there is, as I said, a reference to the duration of the action. The duration of the action is 25 years. Another one: they will have been staying here for 2 weeks by then. The reference to time again, by then. It's not quite a precise point in the future, because it's somewhere up there in the future, so it's not mentioned exactly when, but still by then is a reference to time. And before that, there is an action that will have been going on for 2 weeks, and it is emphasized, it is stressed that the duration of the action is for 2 weeks, and it is a continuous action. Or again, future perfect continuous is used to show the duration of an action up to the point of time in the future. The action may continue further. Yes, this is the thing that I like most about future perfect continuous, that it not only expresses a continuous action, which is, I don't know why, but it's lovely. I mean, continuous actions mean something. I mean, they aren't finished. They continually progress. So I like the continuity of the action. Another thing is that I like that these continuous actions, in the future of course, go up to a future moment or action or event, and the openness of this tense is also awesome, because they may continue in the future also. So this tense leaves the future open, right? So it's not limited. Yes, of course it started somewhere, or it will start actually somewhere. The duration can be mentioned. Yes, it's the best if the duration is mentioned. The continuity of the action is also stressed, emphasized. The future time is also mentioned, as it's written here. There is a reference to time, of course there is, right? But it leaves the far future open, because that may continue. Yes, like if you say, let's say something artistic. Let's pick a, I don't know, a student who practices piano, and you will say something like, by 2025 I will have been practicing or studying to play the piano for 15 years. And it leaves, this leaves the future open to us, because it's not mentioned that the future, that the action must stop there. Yes, there is no reference to the ending of the action. There is a duration, there is a continuity, there is a future point, like 2025, yes, but there is absolutely no reference to the ending of the action, so it leaves the future open to us. I also want to leave the future open to us, so I mean you, students, and I. So I wish you the best in everything. I hope you liked studying the tenses, and best regards from my side. Blessings. Bye.